Let me get this straight. You blew up a building.
2 CIs and the CEO of 22andU.
2 competing federal agencies with the same mission.
I don't understand why those Fed a-holes are so darn mean.
To protect the public from the scourge of dangerous misinformation.
You know those bum idiots. This is all them. We had a solid case.
The word entrapment, not even in their vocabulary.
The explosives we provided were fake.
Sworn to a duty to always tell the truth.
We have no indication at this time that this was a deliberate act.
We're all being transferred.
To where?
The only place currently with openings. Alaska.
Good morning.
Welcome to the office, huh?
And we got the retro feel. You know, the funny about federal buildings, they're all different, but they're still somehow all the same.
Oh, good morning, Agent Walker. At the coffee station. We actually drew straws before he got here, and I won, so we get to work together.
Let's get started. Let's see if we can't stir something up.
Let's give it a minute. I like to warm up the truth muscles a little coffee beforehand.
Well, what do you want to do first?
What do we have for a surveillance van?
Oh, wow. I got a Ford Explorer. We don't have a surveillance van.
Do you put many cases here?
Cases?
Yeah, cases. We're the tip of the spear when it comes to protecting American democracy.
You really believe this? You really believe that people posting crap online is going to cause our country to crumble?
I think the work that we do is important.
We don't have a surveillance van.
Me and some people got one. We've never needed one.
We need a surveillance van. We need a big case or a CI who can lead us to a big case.
What do you need the van for?
Surveillance.
CIs, or confidential informants, are the lifeblood of any good law enforcement agency. Public posts on social media are one of the best ways to find CIs. Agents would never use coercion or take things out of context to try and persuade someone to become a confidential informant.
New Taylor Swift single is absolute fire. I'm just seeing a lot of incendiary and violent language here.
Agents always need to be on their toes and ready to make snap decisions.
Is there anything I can do for you guys? Actually, David, there is something you can do for us.
Chicky nuggies.
Chicky nuggies.
What?
Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger. McDonald's cheeseburger.
Burger King.
Burger King cheeseburger.
Flame broiled.
And chicken nuggets.
Oh, baby, know you're gonna like it. I wanna be your beaver pilot. Said, honey, know you're gonna like it. I wanna be.
Awesome, right?
Is this a loner?
This thing's totally legit.
What is this? It's got windows!
And we're on. I still think
Howdy.
Windows are a good idea for a surveillance van. Windows are a
how
great
do you-
idea.
How do you watch people without windows?
Yes, you're right.
Great question, right?
It is the question to ask, I guess. You know,
It's
surveillance.
gonna ask the question. That's one of them. Yeah, I don't know much about surveillance. I don't really care too often to spy on people.
You don't want to spy on people?
No, I don't care. I don't care about their business.
I don't either, but I still changed my Wi-Fi username to APD Surveillance Van number 3.
Right. Now that would be cool. Did you notice your name though now?
Oh, I did.
You like that?
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be questions.
Do you notice his name there, Jody?
Yeah, I get it. I'm trying to sound
Okay.
it out. Sure, Michael.
Yeah. What is the reference there?
Oh, to Chernobyl. It's a great show that we've been watching based on an
Yes.
actual event.
Oh, and you've been watching it too?
Uh-huh.
Yes. It's quite interesting. absolutely horrifying, but
Yeah, it's messed up.
I mean, there was one specific oversight that could have led to basically the European continent being dead for the next 50,000 years.
Well, yeah, that's that was an issue. That was something they thought it was possible.
And we had to be saved by Soviet ingenuity.
Yes.
That's just trouble brewing in the sentence,
Yep. All right.
So
you guys talk and I'll be right back.
Right.
I was 6, so I didn't have a clue what was going on. Michael, what, you were 11.
Yeah, I remember on the news with, I think it was Peter Jennings, and just talking about how Sweden had detected massive amounts of radiation in the air.
Right.
It took the international world noticing before Russia finally admitted it.
That's so not okay. You got to look. If you got something that's going to affect other people, you need to let them know. You got to.
If you're poisoning the atmosphere, you should probably let your neighboring countries know.
Sorry.
Our bad. And a new guy at the controls.
That was actually in Germany when it was going on. So,
ooh, what's her thought? Or does she have any insider thoughts or stories?
Oh,
well, there were some cities like Frankfurt and whatnot where, after the radiation was detected, the parents and whoever quit letting their kids go play outside.
Sure. A generation of children denied fresh air because of the poison that's still in the air.
Well, it's better than what happened with the Ukrainian kids at Pripyat, where they just let them play for a day and a half without telling them anything.
They were all doomed anyways.
Somewhat.
It's funny because I remember hearing about this, and it's a weird story. Our dishwasher had broken, called a dishwasher repair. This dishwasher repair person came over and said, "Hey, just in the course of fixing our dishwasher, talked about Chernobyl blowing up, this Russian plant that blew up." And it was before it was like on the news. So I don't know how he really heard about it.
A phone call maybe from family?
Yeah, maybe. And he talked about it. And then, of course, like a day or two later,
it hit the news.
Yep.
Wow. Were you old enough to understand?
Oh, yeah. No, I was like 11 or 12.
Okay.
Yeah, I was definitely old enough to get that.
6. Oh, 7. Yeah. But yeah, so there's it's a fascinating, I mean the series is very, very good. There's some upsetting stuff in it, but obviously there's plenty of upsetting stuff in it, but I don't like seeing animals shot, so I didn't watch that part. They had to go and take care of all the animals that were left over because they didn't want them to spread disease or radiation or breed or anything. So they had to put down all the puppies. And it was sad.
But all the animals, pets and wild animals, they had to raise the ground for like 200 kilometers in diameter.
Now, how would you do that? Would you have
you bulldoze and dig it up and basically turn it back on itself and bury it?
Okay.
But they had to fall every tree and pretty much bulldoze all the ground. Then, and of course, they had to euthanize every animal because they just had to consider them contaminated.
Yeah.
Aren't these new mics cool?
They're beautiful.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in a mermaid cave.
You look, I figured you would like the rainbow thing going on there.
It's my own Lisa Frank microphone.
Yes.
I like it.
Absolutely. So, that is back yet.
Oh, okay.
So you guys don't know, but I talked about it last night. My mom had some issues. And
careful, she's online.
I know she's right there. Well, Honey, she's had issues her whole life, but so have I. So, but she is spending the evening with the doctors and nurses of the Southern Ohio Medical Center, and spent last night too. So she is okay. She's going home in the morning. Had a just a small thing going on, I guess, and so they checked her out, and everything's normal. So she gets to go back home. But it was scary, of course.
Yeah.
So
we're her
wanna say-
entertainment.
yeah. So we just got to say, love you, Mom.
Love you.
And just for you tonight will be an extra 10% funny.
Well,
More.
Holy crap. Are you sure we can
An
handle
extra
that?
10%.
Not sure. We'll rise to the challenge if we need to.
That's
And it'd be all ad lib too, because we didn't practice.
We didn't practice anything. No. Oh, looky there.
Yeah.
So, I got, holy shit.
See, starting right there. Hilarity.
Starting off with the physical comedy.
Physical comedy. I don't think it's
Is that going to stay?
not this. No, it's not going
not.
to stay.
Did you tell Jody about the whole thing coming down on everything?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he sent me a picture. Yeah, I was a little worried about all your stuff.
And, yeah, it was all fine. It fell down into your chair, basically.
No, that's good then.
The chair caught it. So
I still blame the dogs.
Probably the
Those,
dogs
you
from
know,
next
I
door.
have. The only
Go
thing
ahead.
that I could think of that would be kind of combative to the dogs, like ha ha ha, is if we turned this into a daycare and this was the playroom. Like, you know what I mean? So that there's children here running around screaming and everything. The dogs are barking. And it's like, what you gonna do?
I've been looking for dog whistles, just for fun.
I don't
man.
want to do that. That's not their fault.
Could you imagine like all the dogs in there just going nuts over some sound that we can't hear?
They would freak that would be, yeah.
Wouldn't that be
would
painful
freak
to
them the
them?
hell out.
No, it's just annoying to them.
Yeah, it's just annoying to them. They'd be like, "Meow."
Like, I gotta respond to this. Same way when they howl at a police siren or a fire truck siren.
Yeah.
It's the same kind of. They just feel the need to respond, but it's also a training tool. Just to get them to like change their behavior real quick.
Well, I
This
say
actually
no.
requires training. I said no to the dogs if they keep barking.
Oh, there was a horrible article in the newspaper today about
God.
a local thing about the dogs. Did you see that, Robbie?
Yeah, if anyone in Anchortown's looking for a dog, the city could hook you up.
Yeah,
Why?
it's
What's
awful.
going on?
They have a surplus of dogs now.
At the pound or what?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
on local news.
Didn't see that. So they've got a surplus of dogs in Anchorage, Alaska. At the-
71.
at
The authorities, animal control, what have you, had to go, I guess, raid this one local resident's house
Oh
who had
no!
like 71 dogs and 2 birds.
2
Oh
birds.
no!
And I'll bet the birds weren't like pets or whatever. I bet you they just like flew in the house and then couldn't get out. And the guy probably didn't notice because he's dealing with 71 dogs.
Yeah.
Oh no! I see that. Okay, right here. Is what you mean?
Yes.
Police
So-
find 71 dogs in a single residence. Oh my goodness gracious!
So if you
They
need a
get rid of their pet
dog,
people.
Yes, go to the shelter because they.
Unimaginable conditions. All right, that's a lot of dog poop. 71 dogs.
Yeah, in a house too. Oh my god!
yeah.
I wish they'd give the square footage of the house, gives an idea like how big all these dogs are packed in there. And how do you get to 71 dogs? I mean, like after you got 30,
Maybe they're little.
Do you just go, I could use another dog?
Yeah.
And then one day I got like 47, you know. I bet you we could squeeze another dog in over there.
I think it's probably like anyone that has like a hoarding, right?
Either they're breeding them.
Anyone that, or it's like they think
they're helping them.
They're helping them, and then it gets out of hand.
The hound will just kill your dog. Yeah,
right. Then it gets out of hand, right? Like you think you're helping, and then
says it's one of the worst neglect cases it is seeing. Olivia Nordyke tells us authorities
when 3 of your female dogs get pregnant at the same time, then now you have 17 puppies.
Right.
Rebecca, I'm standing in front of Anchorage Animal Care and Control, where they're currently housing the 71 dogs and 2 birds that were seized from their home yesterday. The shelter tells us now the Anchorage Animal Care and Control facility is significantly over capacity. You're currently looking at some footage from the neighborhood those animals were seized from on Thursday.
Like Wendy's house.
AACC says their shelter is intended to house between 60 and 65 dogs. Following Thursday.
I'm sure they probably had more than dogs.
Seizure, they're up to 123 inside the shelter. While AACC's community outreach manager says many of the animals were in good health and a vet has seen all of them, they're working to make room.
And the big thing was cleanliness. A lot of them were covered in their own feces and everything like that. Again, with 71 dogs in one home, it's a lot of animals to take care of. A lot of them are in very good health. There was not a huge medical concern wise, but I mean, they're ranging from 1 week old all the way up to 6 years old.
Oh my God.
The AACC is still urgently looking for the animal.
Okay, so that was, I mean, yeah, if there's 1 week old dogs, then you've got an issue with like them having puppies and stuff in the house, basically.
You have an issue with wolf packs. Because dogs create a pack mentality if you leave them to their own devices.
Yes, they do. Yeah, no, they definitely have a hierarchy.
And no one's going to convince me that this person was, keeping these dogs in line.
No.
Not if the conditions were unimaginable and not unimaginably awesome.
Right.
Yeah. So pack mentality, this video has been circulating here recently, talking about dogs and pack mentality. This is funny. So check this out. Hiding. Now the alpha dog comes to settle the score here. Watch this.
Oh, wow. Offering himself in the kill position. Wow.
Yeah. See, look at this Great Dane. Look at this. Is
I thought that was the
dog. Right? You're thinking, oh, that must be the alpha dog.
No, it's still Scruffy here.
Yeah, Scruffy. He looks and look at that big giant dog go, oh, okay, I'm bowing. I'm down. I'm not me, man. And then
it's not me this time.
And the German Shepherd's just laying there watching, like, yeah, watch, I got this here. He's laying there watching, and then he sees that dog. He's like, shit, I'm out of here.
Yeah, I bet he's more like old Yeller who just sitting there. I tried to tell him. I told him.
I told him to stop, man. I told him to quit messing around, dude. But yeah, and then he shows up.
Immediately goes down.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't even bark nothing.
No.
That.
And he's just like, knock it off. And then one little bark at the end.
Yep.
Because every man has to.
I guess
every man has to have his go have the last word.
Yeah, I guess this is in China or something, because there was another little more. This is another one from the same place.
What's this, Fight Club for Dogs?
So I guess it's a dog kennel or dog place in China. I guess this is
Dog
China.
daycare.
Well, no, probably like a shelter. Probably like a a stray shelter for dogs.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that dog.
And he's letting him keep him down, like he's allowing it.
He just teaching the new guy how it goes around here. We don't put up with that, all right?
Oh my gosh. And they can just smell or they just see that the other dogs are reacting the way they are.
Yeah, now watch. He's okay, everything's cool. And that dog goes back over and that dog's like, I'm sorry.
My bad. No.
I won't do it again, I promise.
I've seen the error of my ways.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's be friends. Can we play? Oh,
yes.
Scruffy and two good doggies.
Scruffy dog there is the man.
Yeah, that's I wonder what his childhood looked like. I'm assuming very Gangs of New York.
The dog's seen stuff.
It's seen some
right?
stuff.
It's been around, you know.
He's a train.
Oh yeah, when you were talking about the
pack mentality.
Pack mentality, that just kind of shows how.
Well, this has been an issue in Detroit when basically everyone moved out of Detroit and left their houses. A lot of people ended up leaving their pets with their houses.
That's weird.
And the dogs basically kind of like pack up, and you've got packs of wild domesticated dogs, which is just unsettling.
Yeah. It's like when the Eagles target Costco and they dive bomb your car and try to take your meat. Or the crocodiles ring your doorbell. It's messed up when animals are actually smart to try to prey onto humans. That's just messed up in my mind.
I see the video of the guy who had a bunch of fish guts and whatnot in the back of his pickup truck as he goes and stops, I don't know if it was like the post office or some convenience store, and just about every bald eagle in Juneau that day found his truck.
Oh, no way.
Near that truck.
Yeah.
It's theirs.
It's like, how do you even get back into your truck to drive away and, scatter these birds?
Right. Gosh. That could be that's insane.
Yeah, it's a fun video to look up.
I bet. Bet it is. All right. Well, what happened? What happened?
All right. In other news, we recently found out I'm a disabled veteran. Yes. Finally got my return from the VA, and they said, we believe you. And we go from there. So find out what's new. And just in time, too, because I've injured my knee by doing nothing. And it's hurt ever since. So that's fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hooray. Don't touch the top.
Yep. I'm about to turn 50, and I'm doing so with a cane. Because that's fun.
But you are.
But I do have a cool cane. Let me show you.
You have VA medical benefits.
Show of hands. Who's heard of VA providing quality medical care?
I don't know about all that. Oh, that's a cool cane.
Notice.
Bearer speaks softly and Coxfac
goes far.
Coxfax.
I like
That's for you, Kathy.
better.
Coxfax.
Coxfax.
Get our canes called Coxfax.
The actual quote FDR repeated often was, speak softly, carry a big stick, comma, you'll go far.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. A lot of people leave off, like pretty much right after Oxford, but yeah, you'll go far.
Gotcha.
Most of our sayings are actually half of the saying a lot of the times.
Yeah. And in case anyone noticed, the cane itself is made of a wood stick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Aren't they normal?
So that way people don't get the reference.
So, how is the VA in Alaska? Is it any better than the VA down south? I mean, what have you heard?
I don't know.
Do you know?
I haven't haven't had an appointment yet. All I know is about 15 years ago when I went to the VA, and at the time, all I wanted was a darn card so I get my free dessert at Applebee's on Veterans Day. And they might as well have just spit on me as they kicked me out the door. They said, you got a job, you got a place to live. There's veterans a lot worse off. So we're not even giving you your card as a veteran. But if things get worse, come on back. Yeah, buddy, I'll come running right back to you.
Right. Yeah. So it's.
But one thing I did wrong was I just showed up myself, with my DD 214. Hi, everyone, I'm a veteran. And whereas this time when I went back again, I actually went with an advocate who put it all together for me.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
And I think that's exactly it.
And that was the winner. Yeah.
Yep.
No, that's what you need. You need somebody that can guide you through the process, that helps you with all the steps, cut through the tape, because there is a lot of the tape.
And it's just the way our culture sets up, our systems. And there's a lot of red tape that we've made for ourselves.
Yep.
A lot of, the processes, but I'm very happy about it. I think that's kind of gives onus to what Michael sacrificed for his body for the service that he did in those 10 years.
Absolutely, yeah.
His rap sheet of injuries based on the job of what he did was pretty long. And
No, you did not miss the announcement. These guys don't even really know what the announcement is.
Patty, what's the announcement? What are you talking about?
My announcement. I have an announcement.
Are you transitioning?
Are you voting blue?
Oh, God.
I think I'm more upset about that one. The other was stop it, Jody.
Voting out all of the incumbents. That's what I want. Vote out all incumbents. Yeah. If you're going to vote, don't vote for an incumbent. No. All right. Announcement
time.
Yes. The show. I was talking to somebody a couple weeks ago, somebody that I really value their input, and we were talking about the show.
Being syndicated?
Yes.
Michael, could you not do that and let him?
All right. It's fine. It's fine. I don't care.
You confused me, and then you took his Robbie, take two. Keep going. You have a friend.
Yeah.
You trust them. You got great advice from them.
Got great advice. And the advice was, why don't you just pick a date for the release? Because I'm like, it's like, when is it coming out? I'm like, well, I've got to get this done, and I've got more editing and blah, blah,
right.
Always an excuse. And they're like, pick a date.
Pick a date. Yep.
So I'm like, you know what? Right. So I sat down last weekend. I went through what I've got done, what I've got to finish up. And now it's kind of aggressive, but it's not too bad. But we got one. Let's see, that'd be 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 weeks from now is July 4th.
Ooh. Independence Day. That's a fun holiday to put it on.
It's going to be a major summer blockbuster.
So July 4th of 2025 will be the official release of Mistakes Were Made.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, we will be releasing that will be, whatever I determine to be episode 1, which will probably be like a, 15-minute couple scenes.
Right.
I think I'm going to break it down to like couple scenes each one, but July 4th
And are we going to put it on our Facebook and our Instagram? Is that how we're going to put it up?
Everywhere. Yes. No, we need to have everybody pushing this out. This is it. This is the big thing. This is the
reason for the season, people.
This is get all of the attention from everybody. We should probably have, some of our cast come in for,
podcast release talks, interviews.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, that sounds really exciting, Robbie. Congratulations on taking the plunge.
I know, right? I just said, okay, nope, that's a great idea. Let's set a date.
Love it.
I looked at it, and I think it's a great date for it. I think it's a perfect date.
I do too.
Independence Day, the day of the, yeah.
Better than picking Ramadan. Yeah.
So are we gonna live stream it as in like watch it together?
It's a Friday night. We probably should.
Okay.
I haven't thought all the details yet, but we should at least set up a premiere or something.
I was gonna say we should have a premiere. We could have it here at the store.
A red carpet night.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
We could block off the U-Hauls to block off the road, and then like have an inside party.
Yeah. July 5th is Patty's birthday.
Oh, Pat, you get a present from us. How exciting.
Oh, that is awesome. And we used to party on July 5th. We used to have 5th of July parties every year at my friend's house. It was a big deal. Like for quite a few years, 5th of July was a huge party day for friend group.
Well, yeah, I could see that.
You guys do the same thing over?
Yeah.
Yeah. But with them rather than the people you did it with the 4th?
And you stopped because you burned somebody's house down?
I stopped because people got married.
All right.
Died, okay? Died.
Like Jason Pierre-Paul's way. That's how you end a party. The NFL player that blew off half his hand when 4th of July.
Oh,
with the fireworks.
Right. Yeah, I gotcha.
Now he's got this mutant kind of looks like from the movie Total Recall with an alien hand that had to start the machine.
Does he really?
Yeah. Look up Jason Pierre-Paul's hand. Basically, it's all I got to search for.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna do that right now because I really remember this. Jason
This was in 2016 because.
That was Chewbacca.
I know. Makes me happy.
Okay, yeah, he does. He's got stumpy hand now.
Dang. Whoa.
Yeah. That must have hurt.
Yeah, it probably did not tickle. But luckily he wasn't a quarterback. He was a defensive end, so.
Oh, that's right. He had the club, didn't he? That's right.
Well, I don't think he's playing anymore, but.
I don't think he's playing anymore, but yeah, when he was playing, he had the
He
club.
did return to work.
Wow. Ooh.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
One thing with linemen that got fingers broken at the knuckle and whatnot. Brian Baldinger, Anthony Munoz, they've got just these, ganked up fingered hands.
Yeah.
When playing, but they didn't have half of them blown off and then sewn together or whatever, like this poor guy did.
So,
and it didn't happen from football either.
Rocky Blyer from the Pittsburgh.
I had bullets.
From the your favorite team, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, right.
He got half his foot blown off in Vietnam, and came back and played football with half a foot.
Oh wow!
Yeah, shrapnel and whatnot.
It was a very good running back for the.
I'm a goddamn American hero.
He was a little lighter on his feet after that.
I was gonna say if I blow off half my foot, that'd just be like 2.5 inches.
Well, for the longest time, the NFL kicker that had the record for the longest field goal had a club foot. Ryan Dempsey, I think his name was.
What's a club foot? That's interned?
He was born with half a foot.
Oh, okay.
He had to have like these special shoes and whatnot, and for the longest time, he had the record for the longest field goal made in a game.
You think the foot contributed to it?
It was significant because everyone else with a full foot couldn't kick it as far as he could, at least that day.
That's what I'm asking him. Like, because of his difference, did that give him an edge?
I don't know, because he was also a straightforward kicker, and whereas today almost every kicker is a soccer style kicker.
Side, yeah.
And they, I mean, there's a reason they do it differently. You'd think it's more productive or whatnot, but it was until the 2000s, was it, that his record was finally broken?
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, and that record was there, I think, for my entire lifetime, or since before I was born.
Right.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I mean, 65 yards is a lot for a field goal.
No, that stayed up until what? It got, I think, the Denver guy
from the Broncos did, yeah.
Yeah, because Denver, you figured the ball's going to travel
he
farther
only
in
tied
freaking Denver. Right.
He
only tied it. Is it, what's the record now? Is it 67 or something?
I think it's like one more over, yeah.
Oh, kick.
It's Justin Tucker, dude. I'm going to call out a hit on him. On the Mafia.
Oh, I thought you said you
66
want to hit on him.
Yeah, 66, just one more. Yeah.
Yeah, guess by who?
Is it Justin Tucker?
Longest field goal in NFL history, 66 yards, made by Justin Tucker of the Baltimore Ravens in 2021.
That dude sold his soul to the devil. I know he did.
Michael needs to go on a game show.
No!
It's all right.
Yeah, emergency averted.
We had a car crash.
Camper.
You're fine.
So yeah, July 4th. Back to my big announcement, July 4th.
July 4th. All right. We're gonna party. No, we're not. We're watching what we filmed.
Yes, we're not filming. We're releasing it. I still have got a lot of work to do, but
I really like this idea of like using the trucks to kind of block everything so that we have all, just whatever we want outside. We have our fire dancers and our, I don't know, stuff.
We doing?
We'll have like if we block off the parking lot, we can do what we want and no one can see really.
Oh, okay.
If we park the U-Hauls long ways, and then we can have, our people. The party could be outside too.
Yeah, I gotcha. Oh, so you're thinking a big old bash? You're thinking a
I don't. Yeah, I do. I say yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm down.
I mean, it's a Friday. It's a Friday. Why not?
Yeah,
I like it. Okay, so that's the word. We're gonna have our big premiere at Rethink Home on July 5th.
July 4th.
July 4th.
Friday, July 4th.
Patty's birthday, July 5th. July 4th.
Yep. And then we can stream it too. We can set up cameras. We can have it streamed. Do the whole thing. Heck yeah.
I love it.
It'll be like an Alaska premiere of the show. Fuck yeah. I'm liking this. You got some great idea here.
Can I make the advertising signs?
Yes.
Robbie already knows.
You so enthusiastically said yes to that, Jody.
Oh, I don't even know what I'm saying yes to.
Michael making the advertising signs.
Michael making any signs is always a hit or miss. It's very anchovy. It's a strong flavor.
Time for another pineapple party.
Gosh.
Watch, the advertisements will have nothing to do with the show. Like nothing to do with the show.
Yeah,
and
no,
that'll be his
like
angle.
It'll be a bunch of Taylor Swift
and
advertisements
and North Korean dictator Kim Jong Un.
Hey, that was funny what I did with those two price tags.
That was funny. I will give you that. That was a good one.
Go ahead and give him that, Robbie.
You didn't like you weren't a fan?
Honestly, I just don't like that man, so I want to punch his face. And so I don't like seeing his face in my store. That's all that is. I'd rather look at Charlie Chaplin than him.
But I'm making fun of him as I'm doing. I have to have a reference.
I guess. All I think is seeing some refugee come in and be like, "Ah!" Sad. But at least you're not saying anything nice about him.
Yeah, well, the one on the China cabinet now has Kim Jong-un, and then it says, Chairman Mao says, what? I'm not Chairman Mao. And it's got the Chinese, the red stars burning their flag, but facing the other way, kind of backwards, for no reason.
See?
But it looks really cool.
Oh my God.
And then the other one for the Korean rice cabinet, I did Chiang Kai-shek says. So we got Chairman Mao and Chiang Kai-shek, and they're both Chinese, not Korean. But
I wonder if the VA has a support group for spouses, husbands who are disabled veterans.
Just because you don't know your world history doesn't mean I'm wrong. Do you even know who Chiang Kai-shek is?
I do not.
No, I don't even.
You know who Chairman Mao is?
I do.
Yes, Chairman Mao. Yes.
Chiang Kai-shek would be the leader of Chairman Mao's opposition.
Oh.
Okay.
The sharks and the jets.
He went in exile to Taiwan and was the leader of Taiwan up until his death in 1979. And of course, China still views Taiwan as part of China and just a rogue state, whereas Taiwan views them as in charge of all of China. But their authority kind of ends right at the end of Taiwan. Because no one on mainland China is listening to them. Because you have the People's Republic of China and the Republic of China.
Gotcha. I got it.
Yeah, it's modern Chinese policy these days.
So, all right. Well, let's transition then to.
Told you.
Massachusetts.
Yeah, because that's kind of like the kind of the founding of our country, right? Kind of started in Massachusetts. You realize that, right? That like the Constitution.
Plymouth Rock. The lamest tourist stop in America.
John Adams wrote the Massachusetts, and then the United States Constitution is kind of based on that, especially the Bill of Rights. Like we have the original Constitution, and then we have the first 10 amendments to the Constitution or the Bill of Rights, right? And that's
right.
Very much.
So they wrote a Constitution and then immediately started amending it.
Yes. Yes, because the Constitution laid out the rules of what the government does, right? But the original Bill of Rights are saying, okay, this, the articles of the Constitution lay out the functions of the government, right?
Right. Article 1, Article 2.
1, Article 2, Article 3. The judicial branch, the
legislative.
Yeah, legislative is Article 1, executive is Article 2, and the judicial is Article 3, and that laid out the thing. But you get at the time there was like, okay, but we are the people, and the people have the rights, right? And so the first 10 Amendment, the Bill of Rights, a lot of that's enshrined in the Massachusetts Constitution. And one of the very first Bill of Rights is Article 1 or Amendment 1 is freedom of speech, And freedom to criticize your government, and freedom to assemble, freedom of speech, freedom to criticize your government.
That just sounds like a lynch mob.
And what?
And worship in your own way.
Freedom of religion, correct. Freedom to worship in your own way. So when you wear a or not, yeah, or not. So you wear a sweatshirt in Massachusetts that says
"Long hits for Jesus." Oh wait, that was
not even that. Criminals control Norfolk County. That is 100% just a sweatshirt that is critical of a government, correct?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you think that you should be arrested for wearing that fucking sweatshirt?
Oh,
not at all.
Well, this is Erica Walsh, and guess what? She was arrested because she wore the sweatshirt in the area near the courthouse where Karen Reed was being tried.
Oh.
Yes. So
wow.
This is Mark Randazza. Mark Randazza is one of the nation's premier First Amendment lawyers. He started and runs this Center for American Liberty, which is basically taking the case of Erica Walsh. But so this was him just today because she was harassed a couple of days ago about wearing the sweatshirt and told that she had to leave. She couldn't wear the sweatshirt. So she came back the next day and they arrested her for wearing the sweatshirt. And one of the district court judges has said that it was antagonizing that she wore that sweatshirt.
So what?
Yeah, yeah. Who cares?
Exactly.
It wasn't just inciting violence.
Don't look at it.
And here's my biggest deal. When people talk about free speech or whatnot, I'm always like, let them speak. Nothing says I have to listen to them.
Correct. Yeah. So there is a buffer zone set up around. This is the crazy thing. There's a buffer zone. You can't go around the courthouse. You can go down the street from the courthouse, but you can't have any kind of noisy protests there. And they're saying that even if wearing a sweatshirt like this could potentially influence justice in the case. So this was, you tell me, that's why there is a federal case right now about this entire buffer zone. So this was Mark today, just today, talking about the buffer zone. So let's take a real quick listen here.
It was unconstitutionally implemented, and it's been unconstitutionally applied. I don't believe that Judge Canone in that courthouse has any jurisdiction off of courthouse property.
She has no jurisdiction whatsoever to say that anywhere off of the courthouse property, what people can say, what people can wear, what signs people can hold.
Also, to the extent that she implemented the zone without any due process. But most importantly, she's implemented it in a way that it violates the First Amendment, and then these troopers who might otherwise be honorable people are not behaving honorably with respect to the zone. She was walking through here. We walked through here together. We sat on the bench for about 10 minutes, had a conversation, and then we were leaving, and Officer Hardman and a number of other state troopers arrested her for trespassing because she was wearing a sweatshirt that said Norfolk County is controlled by criminals. As we lawyers say, res ipsa loquitur.
So they've sued the state, they've sued the judge, they have sued the troopers that were part of it. There was a guy that stood across the street holding a Bible verse that was told to leave the buffer zone because that could induce something. I don't even know what it was.
I noticed and really liked was that the person getting arrested maintained her shit. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
she
yeah,
knew,
absolutely. Yep.
or they knew, not the time to fight, not the time to do this. Because again, yeah, look what we can do now. We can totally sue them for completely breaking my constitutional rights. But if I had punched them or done this or that, that's going to hurt my cause.
Yeah. So this was the first time. This was the first time that they accosted her. And so I think this was the second day, because the first day that she wore it, they said something to her. And so then they were accosting her, and she basically turned around and said, "Go ahead, arrest me. Go ahead, take me. Take me."
We have an issue with this before. You're walking through here with the sweatshirt.
I'm leaving. I'm not congregating.
Walking through here with the sweatshirt. That's what the guy, this cop just said. You walked through here with your sweatshirt on.
Protesting. I'm fucking leaving.
Right, but what's the rule?
There's no rules about this one. It doesn't say Karen Reed.
It has to do with the case, right?
No, it doesn't. It has to do with something else. A guy whose kid was just murdered.
What do you got in the back?
It's full of fucking words.
Relax.
All right, you know what?
I know. All right. Go ahead. It's being documented.
Take me. Go ahead.
I'm not doing that.
Take me. Wait. Wait. You had fucking guys detain me last week. I asked you to leave.
Go.
You haven't
Go.
talked
Are
to
you
me
leaving?
since.
Are you leaving? She's leaving. All right, good.
We don't want to have this.
I need you to send me that.
I wouldn't leave. In fact, I've ordered one of these shirts, and I would wear this motherfucker in Massachusetts right up to the courthouse step, and I dare them to fucking arrest me.
If you're free to go, you're free to stay.
Oh. Wow.
This is like the fundamentally just completely wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know how that lady's a judge. I really don't. I mean, the judge is supposed to be there to look out for the people.
You're delusional. You're a fucking troublemaker. You're a troublemaker. You're a lying piece of shit. You use us for information. For the fucking day.
Yep. So that's what they're dealing with. I mean, this is a place where our Constitution was. That's what blows me away.
Yeah.
These are the same cops that killed one of their own academy attendees in a boxing incident.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just like a year ago. Guess what? They still haven't released the autopsy results to his family. Massachusetts is a the Massachusetts State Police, the Massachusetts judicial system needs a complete revamping. And I don't know if that, I mean, however you want to revamp it. I'm just saying there needs to be some revamping in Massachusetts. There needs to be some
it seems
reset.
Like they have gotten away for too much for too long and have just gone unchecked.
Yeah.
So nobody cares to look up. Nobody cares about those stupid small states up there. We got our big state problems.
Oh, so Michael, you talked about Judge Cannoni, right?
Yeah.
You wonder how she could be a judge.
Well, and think she's got the ability to pull stuff like this off. That, I mean, if anything, the judge should know their own limitations. Because the Commonwealth has given this judge very unique and specific powers that other people in the state don't have. You know, she could just order just about anyone to do almost anything, but it's still limited.
Michael, Jody, the Bar Association of Norfolk County had their annual dinner just a couple nights ago, Wednesday night.
Look at that, person of the year.
Yeah, look who the person of the year is. The Honorable Beverly J. Cannoni, the judge.
Honorable.
In the Karen Reed case, was named the person of the year from the Norfolk County Bar Association.
Damn.
You know who is one of the sponsors of the Norfolk County Bar Association?
Hooters?
Oh,
Prosecutor's office?
No, so the state got this company called Aperture.
Oh, Jesus.
Come in and do the accident reconstruction and then do this this iPhone breakdown of the timing and stuff. They are a platinum sponsor of the Norfolk County Bar Association and also the expert for the Commonwealth's prosecution.
Incestuous, I think.
Oh my God. It's just, you can't even make this stuff up. There was a sign. I know there was a sign that showed. Right here. Oh yeah, this is just, I mean, you got the cops arresting people because of their sweatshirt. And you got platinum sponsor Aperture right there for the Massachusetts Bar Association. Like, they're top billing. And it was
platinum sponsors.
Yeah. And it was their expert that came in, and this guy was a mess. I don't know if you caught any of it, but this guy from Aperture, his name was Shannon. Oh God, Shannon Burgess, and this is him. He had a rough couple of days on the stand. Basically, his education right here, it says AS in computer networking.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it used to say he had a BS in some.
And they downgraded his degree to an associate's?
No, he never got it. He never got it. It was listed on here, but he never got it. And then he said he was still
in the process.
Yeah, some of his CV says it was still in progress, but he actually hasn't attended the college that he said he was going to get it from since 2019. So this was a whole part of his cross-examination, was him getting just railroaded because all of his CV said.
Well, his title's forensic expert.
Yeah, and then there was professional certifications. There's like multiple professional certifications that they took off of here. I have a feeling that after the case gets decided, that this guy's whole thing is going to disappear. You can't just make your expert disappear from the website completely while the case is still going on. But I have a feeling Aperture's probably not going to want Mr. Burgess to be part of their group once the case is resolved.
Given that probably doesn't apply to him, but if there's something for guys like him that's similar to the Brady list, I'm sure he'd be on it.
So his professional certifications before said he was a crash reconstructionist. That is gone. That he was a computer hacker. He could tell if a computer had been hacked, right? Like, there's multiple certifications missing. There's an entire education missing. And look at other people's, go to any of the other experts on Aperture's website. You can download their CV, right? You can download their curriculum vitae. So this is basically their experience, right?
Yeah.
Most of the other experts here, you can click on it and you see there's a link to download their CV. See, that link is gone from Mr. Burgess.
Oh,
no longer there.
What's the definition of Aperture?
That is the company. The Aperture is the name of the company where he works.
Does it not mean anything?
Think of your camera when the camera lens opens to take a photo to expose the negative. That hole that opens up to let the light in is the aperture.
Oh, okay.
The
So it's a
aperture
clever
refers.
name.
Yep, it refers to the size of the opening in the lens that controls how much light reaches the camera sensor. Yep. So yeah, Mr. B, Mr. Shannon Burgess. Now he's got a nickname on X somehow. So this was his thing before. See, it says he has a funny is he has a Bachelor of General Science in Mathematics and Business Administration. Well, on the stand, he said, well, that's a typo. That should be a Bachelor of General Studies with a minor in mathematics and a minor in business administration. There's no such thing as a Bachelor of General Science, right?
Wow.
That's a pretty big typo.
Do you think that Aperture, the company that he works for, just made this shit up on their own? You think they were like, well, let's give Mr. Burgess a title and a bachelor's degree? Or do you think
that
maybe
was all him?
Maybe they got it from the man himself, right?
Yep.
So we see here he is a computer hacking forensic investigator. Well, no longer is he. He's a Borscht crash data retrieval technician analyst. Well, not anymore. You're not. So, so this is the expert that the state.
He's got a drone license. He got a drone license listed as remote pilot. Last one.
Yeah, I know. Do you see that on there anymore? Oh, wait.
Yeah, he paid the $5 or whatever to get a drone license.
He's not anymore. That one's gone too.
It's probably not even worth mentioning your hobbies, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so everybody online calls him Man Shannon now. Man Shannon is poor guy's name. And I think it's because of the one N on Shannon, but we'll see it's everywhere. Man Shannon. It's kind of funny. Oh yeah. Massachusetts is a mess. It's the second dumbest state in the union. If it wasn't for Michigan, they'd be the dumbest place in the union, but Michigan will always be the dumbest place.
You have given Arkansas so much credit.
Oh, I do. It's Michigan. It's all M's. Michigan, Massachusetts, and Minnesota. Those are the top three.
Clearly, you've never been to Maine.
Maine. They're fourth. They got to be fourth. Maine's got to be fourth.
Let me do a quick Navy story for you.
All right, I have to pee, so I'm going to sign off.
You've heard it anyway.
Okay, bye, Jody.
Bye.
When I was stationed in Maine, the actual barracks part of the command was actually on Acadia National Park, and it was a 7-mile one-way loop to get to it, and we're about halfway there. And this is important because, say, like, if you're driving to work and you realize you forgot your security badge or something like that, you're making a 7-mile loop to go back to the barracks, to go to your room, to get your security badge, to make your way to work, because your work site was off somewhere else. Now, when you leave this one-way loop on Acadia National Park, and now you're back in the world, this road, every mailbox on this road had the same last name.
Oh, wow.
Chipman. Do you people breed outside your family?
Right?
I thought at first, like, maybe that was like the name of the local newspaper or something, and that's the box the delivery guy puts the papers in. No, it was the homeowner's last name. Every one of them.
That's crazy. Hey, you see my banner?
I do.
Isn't that cool?
Chiron.
Banner. Oh, we have a crier? Yes, we do.
Yes.
We do. July 4th, 2025. Premiere of Mistakes Were Made. Did I spell? Oh, look. Banner. A banner, too.
This has been a banner show.
It has. Oh, it's not showing the whole banner. Go. Oh, there we go. Oh, we can move it up there. Look at that. Woohoo.
Oh, you didn't show my new diorama.
Oh, yes, I did.
Oh.
But I showed it again.
Well, you didn't show it today.
I didn't show it today, but I showed it the other day. I did show it.
Okay.
I did.
Okay.
I might not be able to show it.
Well, life's not fair.
No, I got to wait. Well, let's see. Maybe. I don't know.
I could always just go get it.
Oh, no, I got it. It's here. Okay. Diorama time, and then we'll second.
Just a perfect example of what happens when bureaucracy and state secrets beat out science and technology.
Yes, the Chernobyl clear power.
Yep, it's reactor 4 is on fire right next to reactor 3. And it was just a bad day for all involved.
So, Michael, what is the smoke made of? What did you make this out of?
Oh, those are cotton balls.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
That's cool.
I used marker, those paint pens I was showing you earlier. And so that's just a battery operated tea light candle from the underneath.
That's the inside of the core, right? That's the inside of the
right. That's the reactor room.
Yeah, that's and it actually modeled this thing. The design you had was very detailed.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. It even had the reactor core lid off site or off center, and just the damage. It looks just like the photos.
That's crazy. Yeah, you can see the crack or whatever that is, right? Is that damage to the core basically right there?
Take your mouse over a little other way.
This way? Oh, over here?
Right down here. Down. Yeah, that's core.
Oh, down here. Oh, down here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That is way cool.
Because the center buildings were the reactor control rooms, and then reactor 3 was off this other side here.
Mm-hmm.
And then down the road, going direction towards 3, would be reactors 2 and 1. So there was a time shortly thereafter that they had noticed, like way late, that these water storage tanks underneath the reactor core were full of water. They thought they were empty. And with about 2 days' time, they realized they had to release this water. As the meltdown goes through and it melts to it, it's going to instantly vaporize about 12,000 liters of water and basically re-blow up reactor 4, which would be so large it would blow up reactor 3, reactor 2, and reactor 1. And if they hadn't scarred the continent enough with just melting down 1, they were really going to screw things up when they destroy 4.
Oh my goodness. Well,
so they had to get 3 volunteers to go into this pool of radioactive water to get to open the valves. They had to get people just volunteered to do this, basically what they assumed would be a killing procedure, that the 3 of them, even if they lived through it, weren't going to live much longer afterwards. And it turns out, though, they all lived. And the water absorbed more of the radiation than they assumed it would.
Oh, gotcha.
So that actually helped protect them. But they still walked into this thinking that they'll be dead in a very painful way by the end of the week. So.
Oh, exactly. All right. Well, July 4th.
Bring it on. Stakes are made.
That's going to be cool. Finally here. Woo. All right, Michael. Great show.
Awesome time.
Have a wonderful holiday weekend. I will be back on Tuesday with coverage of the trial. I'm going to get my butt editing because I got a lot of work to do before July 4th.
Live, laugh, toaster bath.
Yes, live, laugh, toaster bath. All right. Goodbye, everybody. Good night. Enjoy Anthony Tony Miller, the bum office.
Introducing Agent Anthony Tony Miller from the Bureau, undermining misinformation.
Welcome to the office, huh?
Agent Miller takes the mission seriously with an eye toward the future.
Retirement, man. One word only.
You don't look that old. How long you got?
14 years, 5 months, 7 days, give or take. Who's counting?
When it comes to finding misinformation, Agent Miller brings his A game.
It's obvious. Dude's not right. Nolan Ryan, way tougher than Roger Clemens, period.
Agent Miller is also a master of the interrogation.
I say we just let him stew for a little bit. We'll go catch some coffee, eat some food, maybe check the scores. Then we finally go in. I'll take some notes, but really they're just doodles. I'm getting really good actually at some sketches. I'll show you later.
Is there anything I can do for you guys?
Chicky nuggies.
Agent Anthony Miller, performing the mission of keeping us safe from dangerous misinformation.